Hey everybody, hope you guys doing all right. So, I want to talk about just the real you, quote unquote, the real. I mean, everything's real, so saying that is kind of fucking weird. But just being better at expressing how you really feel about shit is basically what I want to talk about because it's a it's one of the most important, if not one of the most important things that you can cultivate. Because I mean, it's if you can't, I mean, it's everything, man. Like in a conversation with peers, with friends, with whatever it may be, in whatever situation, if you can't speak how you truly feel about something, then I mean, it's just like, how well do you really know yourself? Like, how much integrity do you really have? How much confidence in your own self do you really have? How much, like, do you even know who you really are? Like, and especially in the times that we're living in, where you have so much people trying to steer your mind and your heart and body in so many different fucking ways, like, it's very important to know who the fuck you are, and also not only that, to be able to speak it. And like, I was never a dude, like, I remember when social media first came out, I thought it was silly. I was like, wow, I'm never going to be on social media. Like, I remember when MySpace, and my little brother, he kind of got into it, and I thought the shit was stupid. I thought it was absolutely ridiculous. At the time, though, I had numerous friends and I was outside all the time. Growing up in Phoenix, Arizona, it was sunny all the time, like every day. So we were always outside playing, even in the fucking heat. So I never imagined ever in my life that I would ever do what I've been doing the past couple of years on YouTube. But as I look back on it, like, if it wasn't for, it doesn't have to be YouTube, but having YouTube has been an opportunity, has been an avenue for expression for me to do exactly that. And it's like, what I want to talk about is like, it doesn't just like being able to speak your mind and your heart however you really want to, be able to articulate your feelings and all these types of things, like, that does not just come overnight. At least it didn't for me. Like, it takes time with any type of skill, any type of, growing muscle, all these types of things, building a house. This shit takes time. So, for me, like, and it's also like being okay with sharing the parts about yourself that aren't the best. Like, this is why, like, I think it's good for myself, even if it may hurt my image, because I share videos that it's like, if you look at them, it looks like a fucking, they're not the best looking videos. They don't sound the best. I look like shit. I speak like shit. Words coming out all over the fucking place. I have chicken scratch. Like, I share a lot of things that are embarrassing. But I think that's a good thing to do, because the more that you're okay with being, with just sharing the parts about yourself that may embarrass you, the better you are okay with everything about yourself, the good and the bad. And if you're trying to, in life and in any type of relationship, like, it's, the more that the person knows about you, the better the relationship's going to be, in my opinion. Because, I mean, sure, it's easy to have a relationship with somebody who's pretending to be all the things that you want to be, but that's not the real. That's not who they really fucking are. That's just an act that they're putting on to appease you. But like, the level of depth is not going to be able to go very far, because you don't even know who that really fucking is. You're only going to be able to get, like, very shallow levels of intimacy with that person, because that's all that they're choosing to share. That's all that they're choosing to want to work with, put effort into. So it's good to find somebody, if you're really looking for a deep connection, it's good to find somebody who's okay with sharing, the more embarrassing parts about themselves, and even the parts about themselves that aren't going to be as popular and looked at. I mean, like, this is why for me, I really value people that have the courage to make videos, knowing that it's not going to look the best, that their speech comes out, like, because that's the real them. Like, there's a hidden beauty, there's a gem, there's something raw and gritty in those moments that I don't find in other moments, when people spend all this time and money and fucking, makeup and effort into making something look nice. Like, it loses a sense of rawness, as opposed to a video that's just straight fucking just is what it is. Just completely just hit fucking record and just go and just let it flow. There's something beautiful in that, and so I find that to be rather sacred. So it's like, but getting there isn't all that fucking easy. Like, for me, it takes time. Like, anybody wants to be able to do that, but you'd be surprised. Like, some people may be a little bit easier than others, but for me, there's been, I don't know why, it's not. I think my bot, like, especially if you're not used to speaking, this is also why, like, you literally have to get used to, like, moving your mouth, because it's a muscle too. So if your mouth, like, even if you have the intent to want to speak these, this is why I think I get kind of tied up with speaking, is because, like, I do have this intense desire inside myself, but because these past couple of months I haven't been speaking very much, like, my mouth literally isn't able to keep up with the energy inside myself. So this is why sometimes I'll kind of get like tongue tied, or kind of like my mouth doesn't know where to go, because it's like it's not able to keep up with the pattern of the energy that's inside of myself. So, but that takes time. That's why it just takes reading aloud in books is very helpful. I haven't been doing that lately.